Mounting the Megasus Horserunners with a Megalock system. To individually customize the Megasus Horserunners, roughen the hoof wall with the hoof buffer or sanding paper. Rasp the edges of the hooves at a right angle, about 7 mm to the ground. Take the Megasus Horserunners out of their box and insert 2 Megalock side clips into the front 2 slots on the toe of the Megasus and drive them in with the hammer until the wings of the side clips are in line with the edge of the Megasus. Lift the hoof up, and with the permanent marker, mark the middle of the hoof on the toe and on the center point of the front of the Megasus Horserunner sole. Again, lift the hoof up and hold the Megasus Horserunner to the hoof with the front 2 Megalock side clips centered on the toe, with the middle marking on the hoof in line with the middle marking on the Megasus sole. Make sure that the hoof also remains centered in the back. Now use the permanent marker to trace the edges of the hooves onto the Megasus sole. This way, you know how much needs to be cut away when adapting the Megasus. Also, trace the edges of the front side clips onto the hooves. You will use these markings as a guide when applying the Megalock tape to the hoof. Now that you have the shape of the hooves traced on the Megasus sole, label your Megasus. To tell the difference between the Megasus, you will need to label them for the horse and the specific hoof. For example, Roxy and FL for front left hoof. As needed, you can insert the stabilizer into place in the back slot. Use the permanent marker once again to draw a dashed line 4 mm outside the line for the hoof shape. The dashed line is where you will need to cut with the jigsaw. Now take the angle cutter to smooth out any rough edges. You will need to sand down the back end of the Megasus at about a 45-degree angle, slanting inwards. At this time, studs and spikes can be added as needed. Now look to see if any of the slots for the side clips have been altered. If so, the base of the side clips will also need to be altered. With the nippers, trim the base of the side clips by cutting on an inward slant to match the difference. Now drive all the side clips in until the wings are aligned with the Megasus sole. How to apply the Megalock tapes. Carefully apply the primer on the pre-roughened hoof where the Megalock tapes are expected to go. Wait 5 minutes for the primer to dry. Warning: do not touch this area because it must be grease-free for the Megalock tapes to stick properly. Please check the length of the tapes on the hooves before applying, and when necessary, use scissors to cut about 1 centimeter off the length of the tapes. Remove the peel-off strip from the Megalock tapes and proceed applying the tape starting from the marking on the toe gradually to the back of the hoof, while leaving 1 centimeter distance from the ground. Press on the tapes onto the hoof, applying about 5 kilograms of pressure for 5 seconds. Warning: never touch the adhesive surface of the Megalock tapes with your fingers. The Megalock tape must not be placed on a dirty space or on the coronary band. Repeat the same steps on the second Megalock tape. To fasten the Megasus Horserunners on the hooves, lift the hoof up and from back to front, push the customized Megasus Horserunners onto the hoof. Pay attention that the markings on the hoof toe and the middle markings on the Megasus sole match up. Press the front 2 Megalock side clips onto the Megalock tape. Release the hoof and let it fully load. You may need to raise another hoof to do so. Drive in the 6 to 10 Megalock side clips using a hammer with a drift or our dual-purpose Mega Hammer by striking the orange stem of the Megalock side clips until they are so far into the slot that the blue wings lie firmly on the hooves. It is recommended to alternate driving in the side clips to help avoid any unevenness. Now that all the Megalock side clips are applied firmly to the hoof, connect the Megalock side clips to the Megalock tape to get the lock effect. To do so, press each side clip to the hoof, starting from the base and moving upward to the top in a rolling motion. Now place the hoof with a newly fitted Megasus on the hoof stand to make the final touches, and sand away any sharp edges with a rasp. Make sure you do not damage the side clips with a rasp. Now you have succeeded in mounting your Megasus Horserunners. From now on, you can in seconds put on and take off the Megasus Horserunners.